Hey YouTube, it's NerdCat again for another Friday video, and like I said last week, this is my second part of the Stripperella videos. As you can see, different room, because as I said, I'm back home for the summer. So get used to the purple A-shaped framed room that I am now in. So anyway, last week I did the first part of Stripperella where I told you about her backstory, her villains, and stuff like that. Now I will continue on with some more interesting facts about this show that most people don't really know, or they like to pretend they don't know because it's kind of weird. So anyway, along with the really great villains that they have, there are also some really good side characters that are interesting to Stripperella's world. First off, as you know from the first video, Stripperella's real name is Erotica, and she works at a strip joint called Tenderloins. Yeah. And one of the recurring characters is the wishy-washy owner, Kevin. Excuse me. Kevin, the sassy bartender, Leonard, who sometimes I think that he actually understands who Erotica really is, but then he loses his train of thought and moves on to the next thing, which is quite interesting as a character. And then, of course, there are the dancers, such as Persephone. I mentioned her in the last one, with the switching of her accents, and her color got darker in the revamping. So it's a little annoying, but she's a very interesting character. She's very promiscuous and kind of amusing because she gets Erotica a lot better, I guess. And then, of course, one of my favorites is Giselle, who is a naive, good-natured country girl. She's one of my favorite characters because there's one episode all based on her and her father, who makes her strip so that he can get better clients. Weird father-daughter relationship right there. But it's really kind of funny because she's this cutesy little country girl. It's hilarious, and she has freckles, and it's adorable. Of course, there's the newest member, who's the antagonist, Kat. She gets hired during an episode where Giselle leaves Tenderloins, but she comes back eventually. But Kat fills in under the pretense of being an Amish virgin. Yeah, that dropped real quick once the manager, Kevin, left the room. She is evil and annoying as hell, and she's always trying to figure out Erotica's secret. But every time she knows the secret, she ends up getting like a head injury and forgetting everything. It's quite amusing. Very tongue-in-cheek comedy there. Tenderloins has competition, which is called Silicones. Yeah. And that's owned by Derek Macone. I can't say the name. I'm sorry. And every time he's shown, he's openly admits his creepy obsession with Erotica and how he wants her to join his strip joint. It's really creepy. He's the quintessential sleazy strip club owner. Stereotypical? I don't know. But yeah, he's creepy as hell. But interesting nonetheless. Then, of course, at the agency where Stripperella works, which is FUGG. No clue what that stands for. They didn't actually say. But, you know, she works under Chief Stroganoff. There's Hal and Bernard, the nerdy, well, geeks, whichever way. Tech guys who are creepy as hell because, well, they're the stereotypical nerd geek where, you know, pretty hot girl comes in, they're gonna make slide comments. And also they created a robot version of her. Yeah. A little stereotypical, yet kind of amusing at the same time. And then there's Agent 14, who is I think he's autistic. I don't know. He's an interesting character because he's very smart, yet at the same time you're like, what is happening here? What's going on? But he's amusing, and I really like his character as well. So moving on. Now, with Stripperella, there was originally going to be a comic that was going to come out as a promotion to the show, but Spike and Pamela Anderson had creative differences, so it was canceled before it was even public, which is sad because I would have read it. Like, I think that would be an interesting comic, but can't fight with the creative differences between the star of the cartoon and the television person. I don't know. Process? I don't know. Anyway, so here's what I found really interesting when I was looking up information about Stripperella. Apparently, there was a legal controversy with this show. Hilarious. So, apparently, in 2003, an ex-stripper, Janet Clover, aka Jazz, aka Stripperella, filed a lawsuit in the Daytona Beach Circuit Court against Viacom, Stan Lee, and Pamela Anderson, claiming that she was Stripperella's true creator. What? Yeah, apparently, Stan Lee stole her idea when she discussed it during a lap dance. Yeah, that's some legit court case right there. But hilarious nonetheless. And Clover filed the original suit herself, and the file name of the non-existent, the file name was of the non-existent Office of the Professional Nurse Advocate Moral and Ethical Division. Yeah, she filed it under a name that doesn't exist because she said that it was sounded more impressive than if it was filed by a semi-retired stripper. Valid point. It's a valid point. But really, you created the Office of Professional Nurse Advocate Moral and Ethical Division? What does that even mean? Like, but yeah, Clover put some thought into it, that's for sure. He got a lot of press for a while because an ex-stripper was suing Stan Lee and Pamela Anderson. Like, there's not going to be press about that. And, like, they actually gave her money for an attorney and stuff. It was quite interesting. I kind of wish there was more about this, but I'll hush-hush. But Clover moved to dismiss her own suit before it could even be challenged, and had a prosecuting attorney refile it, specifically targeting Lee. Which I think was better, because why are you targeting Viacom and Pamela Anderson? They have nothing to do with it. They're just working with Stan Lee. Lawsuit was pointless anyway, but so she went after Stan Lee after a while. And they say that this lawsuit, as well as some creative differences between Anderson and Spike, actually led to the show's demise, which is sad because it was really an amusing show. Like, what's more amusing than a spy superhero stripper? You can't write this stuff. Well, obviously you can. But yeah, like, I found the show immensely amusing. You can find the 13 episodes on Amazon Prime if you have it, because they are hilarious. Yes, the revamping in the middle of, like, a couple of episodes gets really annoying because you're like, what just happened? The entire form changed, and all of a sudden she got more bionic woman, which was a little weird, but you get used to it. This accent's a little annoying too, but you get used to that too. But their characters are tongue-in-cheek, they're amusing. I love that Erotica is a stripper, yet she's also really intelligent. And there's some good, corny, raunch-type jokes here and there, which, if you get it, awesome. If you don't, it's really not going to affect you that much. but I highly recommend you guys go and check it out. It's awesome. I love it. So that's it for Stripperella. That's also it for this video. Next week will be, I think I'm getting my next Loot Crate next week, so we'll have an unboxing and another Friday video. So until next time, stay nerdy, my friends. Later.